ang hirap ng buhay na pinagdaanan ko, ayaw kong madaanan ng bawat pamilyang Pilipino. Kaya I hope na ang ating bansa umunlad, magkaisa tayo, ipagdasal natin ang ating mga leader dahil walang imposible sa Panginoon pag tayo ay nagdarasal. Nung ako ay naupong senador, hindi ko po talaga kinompromise yung posisyon ko kasi yung commitment ko sa taong bayan, manatiling commitment ko sa kanila habang ako'y pinagkakatiwalaan at nagsiservisyo sa gobyerno.
Masakit lang isipin, Mr. President, na ang programa na para sa mga mahihirap, tapos may mga tao na kumokontra. Kasi pag maganda yung ginagawa para sa mga mahihirap, dahil kalaban ka, kukontrahin ka. Nakakabuti naman sa taong bayan. Pagkakalaban ka, ganun. Kaya walang progreso, walang kaunlaran ang bansa natin dahil after ng administration ng isang leader, pag mapalitan siya, hindi ipagpatuloy yung programa niya na maganda para sa taong bayan. Pagkatapos naman ng isa, yung magandang programa niya, mahinto na naman, ibang programa na naman. Bakit hindi natin suportahan? Kahit na ba, ang isang politiko, ang puso para talaga sa taong bayan o tumulong, kung maganda yung programa, dapat suportahan na lang. Ang problema, laging hindi maganda, laging hindi maganda, laging hindi maganda. Lahat ba yung mga programa ng mga nakaraang leaders ay hindi maganda? Pagdating sa mga mahihirap, nasasaktan ako pagka binabati ko yung mga programa para sa kanila. Diyan ako galing sa pagiging mahirap. Yung walang makain sa isang araw. Naranasan ko yun. Kaya ako, anumang narating ko, anumang pera, anong halaga ang nakamtan ko sa buhay, hindi mahalaga para sa akin yan. Ang importante, makatulong ako sa taong bayan, makatulong ako sa kapwa ko. We came to this world naked and we will depart alone and naked. Wala tayong madalala. Iiwanan natin lahat yan. Ipaglalaban ko ang karapatan ng mga mahirap na tao.
Atin itong bansa, gusto ko po na tayong lahat nagtutulungan para umunlad ang ating bansa, para umasinso ang bawat Pilipino. Mga kababayan ko, mga nagsiservisyo sa gobyerno, magkaisa tayo. Isipin natin na ang mga kababayan natin nagugutom, nahihirapan. Yung iba, walang sariling tahanan, natutulog sa kalye lamang. Tayo, lahat ay pari-parihong tao, may puso na nararamdaman. Naway, bawat isa sa atin, lahat tayo, accountable tayo pagharap natin sa Panginoon. Lagi kong sinasabi, kahit ano pa kayaman mo, kahit ikaw pa pinakasikat sa buong mundo, pag namatay tayo, wala tayong madadala kahit piso. Ang Manny Pacquiao, walang karapatan magibang kahit kanino. Dahil galing po ako sa hirap. Therefore, ang aking gagawin, tutulungan yung mga kasama kong naiiwan doon sa laylayan. Tutulungan sila. Ang dasal ko palagi sa kanila na umasinso din sila sa buhay at makaahon din, guminhawa sa buhay. Kaya tayong lahat, mga kababayan ko, sama-sama tayo, magkaisa tayo para sa pag-unlad ng ating bansa, tayong lahat magtutulungan.
Palma. Oh, man. That's unfair, and Palma 7 points in the game. To Del Fuentes. Oh, wow. Delgado takes the shot and knocks it down. Maloria is open. 3-point. Oh, my goodness.
Face a jumper by Robin Celis.
Caballero has time.
Now it's Martin Rosso. Turnaround jumper. Oh my goodness.
We continue our coverage here at the Pasay Astrodome for the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. This is the second game of our Wednesday triple header. JJ Caspe has been a pleasant surprise para dito sa Imus Brotherhood. Although they have dropped their last two games, they will take on Mike Calisaan, who has been really impressive and solid para dito sa 6-0 San Juan Knights. It's Imus versus San Juan dito po sa Liga ng bawat Pilipino. Magandang gabi mga kaliga. Ken Panglinan with Coach Mike Perez, and at courtside we have Miss Miga Abisamis. And Coach, natiling walang talo no itong San Juan, and especially they're still adjusting with Coach Alex, but what's been the most impressive thing about their season so far?
Well, I think that what's most impressive is kahit na nagbago ng coaching staff, you see the foundation that's built even in the previous season that's still pretty much here. And I like the maturity of Calisan, Marquez, and Orlan Wamar shifting to being a point guard instead of a points guard.
And of course, you could watch us live on our official Facebook page and YouTube channel, and also on Solar Sports every Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays starting at 6 p.m. And Coach Mike, nakita natin, itong Imus, they've won 3 straight games, but in their last 2, medyo nahirapan sila, and particularly here against Gensan, they were leading by 1 point at the half, 33-32, pero nakabalik ang Gensan and they were able to take this win against Imus.
Yeah, and they trailed by as much as 13 actually in the game. Pero overall, decent shooting from them, 44%, and they had struggles from 3. You get only 13 attempts and you make only 2 out of it. Kita mo talagang na-force sila ng Gensan Warriors in that game. And then the paint points and as well as yung fast break points clearly out-hustled both ends of the floor.
Pero maganda pa rin naman yung pinapakita for Imus nitong si Mark Doligon, and he helped JJ Caspe bring the fight for Imus nung laban nila against Gensan, and really efficient shooting from the field para dito kay Mark.
Yeah, and Mark Doligon, kita mo naman the way that he started alongside si Reggie Boy Basibas. Caspe had what? I think 9 points in the 4th quarter alone, and really tells you how much of a value Mark Doligon has been. He's been a spark plug para dito sa Imus Brotherhood team.
Actually, 11 of those 18 points coming in that last period. Talking about itong si Mark Doligon. Well, let's switch sides. Punta tayo sa San Juan Knights. And nung laban nila, Coach Mike, I think you covered this game. They went up against Rizal. And San Juan led by 9 points coming into the 4th quarter. Nakabalik yung Rizal. Even took the lead late. But San Juan able to execute down the stretch here.
A lot of it really has to do with that big 3rd quarter run wherein Marquez, Calisan, and Panganiban scored a total of 23 of the 27 points. Matter of fact, yun nga, nalamangan sila by 74-69 because of De Leon, Camson, and Naive. Well, Calisan and Marquez really pretty much led the team in that game, 19 and 21 respectively. Steady shot making, better trips to the line. They were a +4 in free throw makes. They were really good in finding open guys. Were a +2 in assists, and the hustles in the second chance points, a +4. Pretty much how the game has turned out para sa San Juan Knights.
And binanggit mo na rin si Mike Calisaan and the other half of that duo. Ito si Dexter Marquez. Solid performance, 21 points. And more importantly, that go-ahead basket when he got that steal off that rebound ni Eric Camson proved to be the difference laban dito sa Rizal.
And he was pretty much welcome additional firepower in that game for Calisan. I mean, those 21 points on 6 of 10 field goal shot making, samahan mo pa yung mga rebounds, talagang pinahirapan sa loob. Alam natin ang Rizal, Camson yan inside, and Camson had a tough challenge against those two.
And those two guys, Mike Calisa and Dexter Marquez, streaming good music together, and they will look to continue that. It's Imus versus San Juan in our second game. Let's go to Richard Campos.
San Juan versus Imus in the Season 7 of Manny Pacquiao's MPBL. Here are the starters, introducing first the Imus Grumpy Joe Brotherhood. At guard number 5, Jed Ong. Forward number 24, Mark Doligon. Also at forward number 17, Kint Ariar. Playing center number 14, Ray Acuno. Starting at guard number 12, JJ Caspe. The head coach is Brit Roma, assisted by Jade Madrigal and Mike Orquillas. Team consultant RJ Rizara. Team manager TJ Marquez. Team owner Ruby Navarro. Now for the Season 2 champion, San Juan Knights. At forward number 23, Ken Villapando. Guard number 18, Nico Panganiban. At forward number 15, Arvin Gamboa. Point guard number 13, Royce Alforque. Playing center number 9, Dexter Marquez. San Juan Knights is led by Alex Angeles. His assistants are Jonathan Banal, RB Mangahas, James Songpin, Nat Gregorio, Paulo Gorospe, Jigs Guanamor, and PJ Maningan. Coaching consultants, Philip Cesar and Bong Ding Lasan, team manager Jun Usman.
Starting five brought to you by OneXBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. OneXBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with OneXBet. The backcourt of Jed Ong and JJ Caspe to start things off for Imus. Up front, Ray Acuño, Pin Alriar, and Mark Doligon. Sa panig ng San Juan, Royce Alforquin, Nico Panganiban. At center, Dexter Marquez. And at the forward spots, Arvin Gamboa and Ken Villapando. So again, Orlan Wamar coming off the bench, as well as Mike Calisaan. That's been the trend for most of the games para dito sa San Juan. And let's see here as Mark Doligon, JJ Caspe starting together para naman dito sa Imus. The tip going to the side of the guys in blue, San Juan, while Imus in their white threads. Villapando. And for San Juan, kumbaga impressive din naman yung kanilang start, but it hasn't been smooth sailing. They've had a lot of close games. As we see Gamboa fire, but could not hit from downtown.
Well, one thing that's really been a factor, I guess, a change in how they played from the previous season, lalo na from last season, yung three-point shot making. Medyo mababa yung department na yan compared to last season. Well, primarily because they've really focused more on those two guys, Calisaan and Marquez. And you've heard very little from the three-point shooting of AC Soberano, even Orlan Wamar. You'd like to think that eventually later on, that's gonna progress towards that facet of the game. Oh, good move right there by Marquez.
Gorgeous reverse from Dexter Marquez. Quick three by Doligon.
Yeah.
5 early points for Mark.
Which is pretty much a third of the big three of itong Imus. So when you talk about the big three of Imus, that really is JJ, Kent, as well as Mark. And those three have led in most of the departments for them. Lalo na, you very rarely seen De La Cruz play again here for Imus.
Panganiban. He attacks. Goes for the left-handed reverse layup.
Ayan, so far, nakita mo, nakailang offensive sets na tayo. 2, 3, pero puro inside ang atake nila. Either perimeter or inside the paint. Really more close proximity than how they've been from last season.
You like how Imus is playing with a lot of energy to begin the game.
That's very important, I guess.
Yung magandang tukot naman ni Nico Panganiban.
Klase naman. Ang lalim ng pagkakakuha nun eh.
Mark Doligon at the line. You see those averages there. 13.4 points. Makes the first free throw, although he's only shooting 51.2% at that distance. LGR is the official outfitter of the MPBL.
Pero very impressive yan si Mark on the perimeter. He's roughly a 47% perimeter shooter. Gotta work on the threes though, but that's understandable kasi hindi naman niya masyadong range yun. And that's why, because of the solid numbers, he started all the 7 games, including this one, the 8th one, for Imus.
He scored all 7 of Imus points to begin the quarter. Pinilit this time ng San Juan yung tira doon in Aryar. Pulls it back out. JJ Caspe leading the team in scoring and assist.
I think JJ Caspe is gonna have his work cut out for him this game. The reason that I say that is that there are a lot of perimeter defenders on the side of San Juan that can actually keep in pace with him. And so you gotta beat that defender though.
Si Nico Panganiban nga, yung naatasang bantayan. Ito si JJ Caspe to begin the ball game.
And you can go down the line on the roster of San Juan, as we see Sen Jinggoy right there for San Juan Knights.
7 seconds sa shot clock ng Imus. Bola na tapik palabas ni Royce Alforque. Another baseline inbound for the Brotherhood. Caspe to trigger it in. May pasa kay Acuño. In trouble at the corner. Jed Ong, shot clock winding down. Ariar to
Gotta
beat
make
the
it.
buzzer.
Yeah, he's gonna make that shot. It's pretty much his sweet spot. Anything that's 18, 17 feet in, he's comfortably taking.
Alforque, Sablay. The rebound by Ray Acuño. Polygon. Laban kay Villapando. Putting the moves on. Polygon. The cut by Ariar. Stop in his tracks by Marquez. Binalik kay Doligon. Getting past Villapando. Scoops one up and in. What a move!
Oh, Mark Doligon, what are you on? Ibang klase yun. Created from the top. Went inside, tried to be creative to fabricate that finish.
Ganda man binawi ni Dexter Marquez.
Minsan, wag na nating pahirapan. Simplihan lang natin. Post up, baseline drop step, going glass. Marquez.
Imus though with a good start, 11-6. Oh, Jed Ong able to get past the defense, lays it up and in.
Perfect setup right there of a middle stagger. Starting off with the right side of the floor with a left-handed guy like Jed Ong. Throws it a little bit, try to find that open spot, found the glass and finished.
That slight Hesse able to elude his defenders. And as a result, Imus ahead 13-6 here early in quarter number 1.
Para sa 100%'ong pag-unlad, para sa 100%'ong pagbabago, para sa 100%'ong paglilingkod, para sa 100% Pinas.
50 tayo! 50 si MV! Kahati mo, si Manny!
Back at the Cuneta Astrodome for your Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. My name is Mika Abesames. Sabi ni Coach Brit Roma, who as we know, has been capitalizing on defense since the start of his career. Sabi niya, to be able to keep up sa larong ito is not to stop but at least contain Kalisaan and Marquez today. So he activated most, if not all, of his bigs. Acuño, Ariar, Basiba, Soriano, except Kaunan who is not feeling well. Again, his primary offense is his defense. Meron naman daw palaging first time. Malay mo, Mika, kami yun. Ken, Coach Mike.
Pwede naman, lalo ngayon, no? Maganda yung simula nila dito. Predicated on that side of the floor, their defense, fueling their offense. And Coach Britt has always been a gritty point guard when he was playing. And you see Mike Kalisaan coming off the bench. Expect him and Ordan Omar to provide the goods later on. But they've held San Juan to only 6 points to begin the quarter. As we see Marquez draw a foul.
Tsaka bakit nga naman, malay mo, no?
Oh.
Coach Brit Roma.
This is the Gixter great move of the game, born for greatness.
Humang time pa yun.
Oo. May time pa para magsungkit ng ice cream itong
Oo.
si Mark Doligon.
Correct.
Marquez at the line, former San Sebastian Stag. And a welcome sight for him to come back here. I think he was also a last-minute addition para dito sa San Juan when they were forming their team. And him and Mike Kalisaan have been really lethal. They're both undersized at their position, but equally effective in their roles, Coach Mike.
Yeah. And kung yan ang isa sa mga huling dinagdag mo dito sa team na to, napakagandang addition naman yan. You know, number 1 in terms of points per game at 15.8 so far this season for the Knights. And yung halagang binibigay niya, no, at contribution para dito sa San Juan, nagpapagaan ng trabaho nito nila Orlan Omar.
Yeah. 13-8. Imus up by 5.
Love that action.
Di nga lang naipasa ng maayos.
Yeah,
ni
baba.
Alforque.
Yeah,
Punta kay Marquez.
That pass was way too low for Marquez to even catch. Started off with that flex action, and that curl on the weak side, and Marquez was supposed to get it on the post.
Doligon, binabantayan ni Ron Denison.
Oh man,
Able to get it off the glass and in.
he is unstoppable right now. Mark Doligon has had his way against every defender from the Knight side, and nobody stopped him so far.
6 of 7 shooting for Imus, 3 of 7 naman para dito sa San Juan. Reggie Boy Basibas in traffic, naagawan, tatakbo si Nico Panganiban. Oh, Jed Ong, good challenge, but clip him on the head while going for that block.
And you know, Nico Panganiban clearly is one other guy that the Knights would eventually be counting on as the season goes.
Foul preventing that basket by Jed Ong. Nico Panganiban. Now it's Orlan Wamar coming in. Pafare is also on the floor right now for San Juan. Nico Panganiban, former Our Lady of Fatima standout. Sablay yung kanyang unang free throw.
Yusei Koga as well is on the floor for the Imus Brotherhood.
Special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer.
And Nico Panganiban is not even, you know, that heavy usage so far para dito sa San Juan. Pero nakikita mo yung potential no? Para dito kay Nico.
Marquez, that ball bouncing off his knee. Turned over again against the Knights.
And right there, in previous seasons, you know that Orlan Wamar's gonna rise up for that shot. He's pretty much within this range, pero pasa-pasa talaga ngayon si Orlan Wamar, trying to get his teammates involved.
JJ Caspe has yet to attempt a shot even, but he sets up his teammate Basibas inside.
And JJ Caspe, for the most part, has really tried to involve yung mga kakampi niya early in games. And so, very little moments do you see him make any attempts in the first quarter, not unless it's a fast break opportunity as Papa Ray misses from top of the key. And, you know, he's really just getting others the opportunity to be contributing to the cause of the Brotherhood. Itong si JJ Caspe.
Basibas not really in much control during that possession as Marquez able to score on the other end. The lone bright spot for the Knights so far. 17-10 Imus approaching the 4-minute mark of quarter number 1. Ariar, a sweet spot. Falls down on the floor, but there was JJ Caspe able to clean up the miss.
And your top 3 guys on the Imus Brotherhood coming into play right there. Drive by Mark Doligon, and then shot by Kent Ariar, and a put back by JJ Caspe.
Wamar using that Marquez screen. Marquez from the pass of Panganiban. Denison, laban kay Doligon. 5 seconds sa kanilang shot clock. Ron Denison able to put that shot up. Basibas, Marquez getting entangled.
Ooh. That was pretty clear between Basibas and Marquez. Medyo may konting kwentuhan na nauwi sa bungguan.
Tingnan natin ha. I think this will be double technicals. Marquez and Basibas.
And of course, alam mo naman to si
Number 9, Dexter Marquez. Technical foul on Imus. Number 10, Reggie Boy Basibas. Both were unsportsmanlike
That was during the
behavior.
dead ball situation. See it here.
yeah. Nagkabigayan ng mga kwentuhan. Minsan ano lang yan eh. Saywar lang yan. Trying to establish yourself as, you know, I'm not afraid of you.
Fast break the game brought to you by Team X Pop, personal karaoke speaker, everyday karaoke. Para yung manlalarong yan, di naman nakatras yan.
Oo naman.
JJ Caspe corrals another rebound. Imus really playing well to begin this ball game. It's 19-10 in favor of the Brotherhood. Soriano having trouble. Jump ball situation. Ball will stay with Imus.
Yung field goal percentage, napakaganda para dito sa Imus, 66%.
Yeah.
Hindi rin naman masama yung field goal shooting nitong San Juan at 40%.
But those 2-point field goals by Imus, 7 out of 11. Actually, they've only attempted one free, and that resulted into a make earlier. Oh, Caspe off the glass and in, plus a foul.
And Casper really is a hard-working guard that loves to play off-ball. And a lot of that has to do inside the paint. And when you look at his number, he's number 1 when it comes to rebound for Imus. That's roughly 6 a game.
That's coming from your guard. Where's his second most? Si Ariar ata yung 8.6.
Oh yeah, it's Ariar with 8.6. So really, he's in the top 2 almost every stat there is.
Ito sa Jensen nga, 18 points, 11 yung pinakawalan niya during that fourth quarter to go along with 8 rebounds and 4 assists. And actually has been playing much better in his last 4 games, averaging 19.7 points.
Right. And if you're gonna ask, yung 9 points naman niya galing sa free throws. Yes, because he gets fouled a lot as he tries to go for dribble drives and offensive rebounds, second chance opportunities. I mean, he technically tries to make a living inside the paint being a guard, huh?
Actually, relentless kasi siya. Ito, kita mo. He's trying to go for offensive rebound as soon as Ariar took that shot.
And I feel he's most dangerous offensively as we see Galinato rise up for a 3 and make it. Because itong si JJ Caspe normally, camps on the left corner side of the floor, allows the offense to run, and if there's a shot that's made, that's the time he quickly runs for offensive rebounds.
22-13, Rusey Koga. The show by Kalisaan, Ariar.
Nice
Great
pass.
look. The great cut as well by Errol Soriano.
Boy, and Imus really making this a good one for them. 3 right there by Galinato again. It's 2 out of 2, right?
Yeah. Hitting from both sides of the floor, from the left, and this time from the right wing.
Here, they want none anymore of what Mark can do. Ron Dennison is going to take on him.
Polygon currently has 11 points. Turnaround jumper fades away, rolls it in.
That's one of the better defenders on the side of the Knights. You score over Ron Dennison, means you're doing pretty good offensively.
10 ang lamang ng Imus. Sa poste, Reynel Hugnatan, binasic lang.
And just for insurance, Ron also cut corner basket in that middle drive attempt by Reynel Hugnatan. Good fake.
Caspe able to get John Galinato out of position. Draws a foul.
Ayan yung reason kung bakit madalas sa free throw nakakuha ng punto si JJ.
3-point shot brought to you by Extreme, your one-stop shop appliances.
That's a tough cover right there. You've got Orlan Wamar going downhill with a roller in either Reynel Hugnatan or some other guy in the corner. And Galinato lifting on the wing 3. Now you got Cranier here para sa San Juan Knights.
JJ Caspe played for University of Batangas. Last season, naglaro siya naman for Mindoro kasi si Mark Doligon. Get a breather here. That was his hometown. He is from Calapan. Average 11.5 points, 5.3 rebounds. But here in Imus, he has really broken out. Although he missed the second free throw. Sumabat, caught stepping on the baseline. But one of the pleasant surprises that we have this season, JJ Caspe emerging as probably the go-to guy para dito sa Imus Brotherhood.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, lalo na on the latter quarters, where he normally would start out, deferring to his other teammates in the first quarter. Pero ito, medyo active siya,
This is the assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Ganda ng cut. Stagger and a pin down for Belenchon.
JP laban kay Craniel. Belenchon, binigay kay JJ. Caspe,
Wow.
way downtown. It's good!
That's from way outside. And how many times do you see JJ Caspe launch from that much length of the floor? You would like to think he's a perimeter guy shooting, but look at this one.
So ito, layo nito. All the way from Mindoro, JJ Caspe. Wow. Ngayon, sasalaksak siya. Nilabas niya muna kay Errol Soriano. Pumukol sa tres. Yes! Shots have been falling for the Brotherhood. As San Juan, chance to take the last shot, but they're down by 15. 6 seconds remaining. Wamar, binigay kay John Galinato. Pulls up from the right elbow.
Ganda.
Picture perfect from JG to end the quarter.
Galinato knocking down another field goal right there, and he's been pretty solid in this game. He's 3 out of 3 from the field, has not missed, and those crucial threes meant a lot to the Knights.
Sukat na sukat tong tira niya dito. Just in the nick of time, John Galinato coming off the bench. This wasn't an easy one, fading away, drifting right, but making it look easy. But Imus having their way here with a great shooting display of Mark Donigon, who really set the tone here, Coach Mike.
Yeah, I agree. And you know, those 13 points on a 5 of 8 field goal shooting, perfect from the line. He really started it off this run para dito sa Imus, and pretty much set the tone. 7-point run and the biggest lead being 15.
33-20, Imus ahead at the end of quarter number 1.
Back at the Cuneta Astrodome, Coach Alex Angeles knows the discipline of Coach Brit Roma, being ahead of him for a year in San Beda. Team A daw si Coach Brit, Team B naman si Alex nung mga panahon na yon. Sabi ni Coach Alex, itong Imus Mika, pag binigyan mo ng opportunity, pwede kang masilat. So you will really see how San Juan is not taking any game for granted. Everyone needed sa digmaan against strong contenders ay nandito din lahat ngayon. No excuses, lahat kailangan maglaro. One of the things Coach Alex would like to polish is the disciplines of defense. For instance, sa Rizal game nila, they knew what Rizal was gonna do, but the Knights overreacted. Medyo gigil, kaya nakadikit daw ang Rizal. Ganon din ang medyo nangyayari sa kanila today. Sa offense naman, they're okay, but he is slowly infusing some half-court improvements. Kasi sabi niya, dito sa elimination, sige, takbuhan. Pero pagdating ng playoffs, yan na. Sino ba ang magsisetup? So ito yung mga pinag-aaralan nila. Ken and Coach Mike.
Thank you, Mika. And Coach Alex clearly looking at the bigger picture here. And, you know, it's good that we have a long season na yung mga defensive coverages nila pwede lang ayusin dito. And they're not panicking despite Imus holding on a huge lead here to begin the game. As you see, the field goal shooting, 13 of 19. Grabe naman yung shooting display nitong Imus, 68% as compared to 50%. Hindi rin masama. To the point of Coach Alex, maganda yung offense rin naman na pinapakita dito ng San Juan as Wamar drives and gets fouled.
Yeah, and it's the shooting has been so impressive for Imus that they missed only 6 times from the perimeter. Never missed from 3. And missed only 1 free throw on 5 attempts. And so, yung taas ng mga percentage na yun, and let alone the very little turnovers that they've had. They had a couple. And they never gave up any points to San Juan. San Juan was not able to exploit those 2 turnovers. Really brought about this lead.
Omar not even averaging in double figures in scoring, 9.7 points, but does have 8.5 assists per game, which is number 1 in the league so far.
And his 2.2 steals per game is number 1 for San Juan. And he really just, maybe very early on, defaulting to his teammates, trying to get them involved. Because to the point of Mika's report earlier, pagdating ng playoffs, iba na ang galawan dyan. You know, you have to be more deliberate. You can't rush things because you have to be very efficient.
Belenchon. Top shot. Lamar behind the back. Oh, and he and John Galinato not on the same page.
Because Galinato was supposed to fade away on the corner. You understand, he's a shooter, and so you gotta run wide. And that's what Orlan Wamar was thinking.
6 turnovers laban sa San Juan, laban sa dalawa lamang galing sa Imus. And Imus has converted on 10 turnover points. Viloria was whistled for that foul. Two Arellano guys going at it. Doligon and Cranial Viloria.
Cranial Viloria, I do understand. A lot of teams this season have been very interested in Cranial. He's one of the solid two guards that you have, can play both ends, and really good from the perimeter. And got a good head above his shoulders as well. So you're not surprised that he landed here in San Juan. Ooh, steal.
Belenchon gets it back. Aguiar comes away with it. He spins. Nilabas papunta kay JP. Belenchon gets fouled by Orlan Wamar. Turnovers have been a problem so far for the Knights. That's their 7th miscue. Alex Angeles won a championship with San Beda. I think back in 2003, if I'm not mistaken.
Sila
guys like Sam Ekwe.
Pong Escobar, right? Sila yan, di ba?
Oh, sila yun.
Yeah.
NCAA Season 82. With Yusuf Al-Jamal, JP Belenchon, drills in a free.
And JP Belenchon, pretty much, that's where he scores a lot. And so he's a 33% three-point shooter. And you won't be surprised that he's taking shots from there.
Hugnatan. Sablay yun. Tatakbo si Carlos Sumabat. Jose Koga, catch and shoot. Off the heel though. Lalabas ka JP Belenchon. Pupukol ulit ng dress. Oh my goodness. JP Belenchon. He's as streaky as it comes.
And primarily he looks for his shots. That's the thing. You understand? Scorer talaga firm believer on what he's worked on in practice.
Hindi uso bad shot dyan, Coach Mike.
Yeah.
Viloria. Tristan, Hugnatan. Left it short. Imus with the biggest lead behind the back dribble by Doligon. Nasundutan sa likod ni Orlan Wamar. Nagmamadali ito si Orlan. Bounce pass inside. Kalisaan. Automatic.
And right there, Orlan Wamar, the most envious position right there. You've got Kalisaan running the right side. Galinato playing the left side of the floor. You've got a perimeter scorer and a three-point shooter on one side. Just gotta make the right read, which happens to be that Kalisaan finish.
As per the game brought to you by Extreme X Play, on-the-go speaker, take your music anywhere. Abante pa rin ng Imus. But it's down to 12, 39-27. We'll pause for break. May Kalisaan, isa siya sa mga leading scorer so far this season, number 3 at 17 points per contest. Steady as they come para dito sa San Juan. Baka naman sa Imus, number 4. Ito si JJ Casby at 16.2 points.
Tsaka bawat ng isa doon sa 5 listahan na yun, may kanya-kanyang paraan ng pag-score. Vic Manuel on the post-up, Kalisaan, really a variety of ways. Fast breaks, post-ups, anything inside the paint. Oh, wow, what a move by Kent.
Former Letran Knight, Kent Ariar, gives Imus a 14-point lead again. My guess, pinasa muna kay Cranial Viloria. Laban kay Mark Doligon. Sumabat, switching onto him. Trying to keep in step. Viloria, the
Yeah, fair.
shimmy.
His favorite move, actually. Trying to jab step going left, turning going right, using his footwork and his creativity to finish either straight to the cup or through glass.
Sa paborito niyan, yung hang dribble, tas pull up.
Oo, yung ganun.
Oo. Dinisplay sa akin ni Coach Mike, parang ginagawa niya nung araw. Ito, JP Vilencio, ito yung special na ginagawa niya dito, Coach.
Specialty of the house yan para kay JP.
Actually, long two lang yun. So it's 43-29.
Best shooter right there for San Juan.
Galinato, short. Nakuha ni Quintariar yung bola. Under 6 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. Jose Koga.
Pull up.
Ariar tried to spin away from the defense. Nasundutan ni Mike Kalisaan.
If you're guarded by Kalisaan, mapapaisip ka kung magpo-pull up ka ba o puput mo yung bola sa sahig. Ito yung move na pinag-uusapan natin kanina. Little hang dribble going left, but this time settles for that right footwork, finishing off glass.
We have the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. JJ Caspe trying to create some space. Ariar. This time, a miss. Dito mo si JJ Caspe go for those offensive rebounds, Coach Mike, no?
Oo. Siya yung pumasa kay Kid. Siya rin yung humabol ng rebound. How many guards do you actually see do that? That's very rare, but his leaping ability is really just something that I'm sure a lot of coaches would like to have on their team.
And that's what's special about him. As we see someone on the floor, it's
Kent.
Kent Ariar.
There's gonna be another one on Mike Kess.
This is Orlan Momar.
Orlan Momar, okay.
But going back to JJ Caspe, as we see Coach Alex Angeles still searching for answers here with the run of Imus. He's not your prototypical go-to player na, you know, relies heavily upon scoring and playmaking. As we see here, San Juan committing 8 turnovers compared to only 3 for Imus.
Ganun ka-efficient, ano? Itong Imo so far. Just 3 turnovers.
Yeah. Matubituan nga lang si Caspe doon ng foul. Just his first. But JJ is a guy that does a little bit of everything. Those offensive rebounds, playing defense, being scrappy on both sides.
Right.
And now he's guarding the best point guard of San Juan in Orlan Momar.
At saka ang mabigat niyan, he's got size advantage. Ito, may size advantage din si JP dito.
Mike Kess in trouble. Nilabas kay Cranial Viloria. He attacks. Floats one up. Short. Gets it back. Viloria off the glass and in.
That's reason number 2 why you're getting Cranial Viloria, because he is a guard that aggressively chases boards. Offense or defense, he's gonna help you out, crash those rebounds.
Turnover by Imus. Ooh! Hard foul given up by JP Vilencion as Wamar was airborne. Was bumped.
And that really looked more like the momentum of JP pulling him to the path of Orlan Wamar.
Uy, teka. Lumalapit si Jay Castroverde kay Richard Campos.
They're gonna challenge this?
The last foul has upgraded to an unsportsmanlike foul on JP Vilencion for excessive hard contact.
Criteria 1, excessive hard contact. Again, just to refresh ang ating viewers.
Let's see that again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely, there was no malice. But meron na tayong mga criterias in determining if it's an unsportsmanlike foul or not. So it falls under the first category, which is excessive hard contact. Si Orlan Wamar naman, 8.5 assists per contest. And you see here, number 4, JJ Caspe. Caballero, Keanu Caballero that is, who played for Rizal earlier. With 6.7 assists coming in today. Yan ba assist na kanina? I'll have to check that. Aangat ba siya sa ating assist leaders do?
Let's see if we can still...
Ito, 10 ang lamang ng Imus after those free throws by Orlan Wamar. Kickball violation laban dito sa Brotherhood.
What you like about that list is you actually have John Fa,
Yeah.
youngest player in that list to break the top 5 in terms of assists. And so a lot of incoming young blood would like to think that I'm a scorer. That's where you're gonna know me. But John Fa's been pretty good at finding open teammates on the floor.
JJ Caspe. The switch of sa bandal on him. Sa poste sila pupunta. Kint Aryar laban kay Craniel Viloria. Nasa pool siya sa mukha. No foul call. Tatakbo San Juan. Great pass. Sa bandal. Lays it up and in. Off that gorgeous feed from Orlan Wamar.
And Sabandal continues to provide really good quality minutes for San Juan. And every time he's on the floor, you expect something defensively or some turnover that's going to be caused by him. And he's just been a valuable addition for the Knights.
San Juan picking up the intensity here. Late in quarter number 2 as Doligon able to get past his defenders. As we check out the fast break of the game brought to you by Extreme Cool Air Conditioners. Ang Extreme magpalamig. Free installation for split time air conditioners.
And Joem Sabandal, he can pull up, can finish off the break, put the ball on the floor, and do everything for you. And I have a strong belief that this combination at the same time on the floor of Craniel Viloria and Joem Sabandal could be, one of the top really good guard perimeter defenders that we have in this league. Let alone scorers, both of them,
Meanwhile, Mark Doligon with 15 points, making both his free throws. Back to a double-digit lead for Imus. 3:20 left here in the second period. Kalisaan, hand off to Orlan Wamar. Marquez, the rescreen. Oh, great look inside. Kalisaan, easy pickings underneath.
That play hasn't developed, but when you look at it, man, that was a gorgeous play right there. It's a side Spain pick and roll when you had the big man doing the back pick and the roll under. What a play.
Orlan Wamar already has 5 assists in this ball game.
San Juan Knights, trying to slowly but surely come back here. They've been down by as much as 15 earlier. They've never led in this game. And, unti-unti lang.
Free throw of the game brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kumpletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Jedong, tagal na nitong naglalaro for Imus.
There's
JV De La Cruz.
JV De La Cruz. He's one other guard that I'm sure Coach Britt would love to have in this game.
Yeah. But in street clothes for today. He's averaging roughly in double figures. Ito si JV De La Cruz are almost one of their scorers for Imus. Viloria momentarily open. That one rattles out.
Look at JM locate that ball. Oh, wow.
Simpleng-simple pero ang hirap ng pasang yun.
There's one thing that I noticed in that game against Rizal by San Juan. I mean, Son can match up against the strength or even barely match up against the strength of Kalisaan inside. But speed-wise, it's a runaway advantage for Kalisaan left of the floor.
Ang galing nilang pumisisyon sa loob eh.
Oo. I mean, these are big men that don't just stand around in the post. They move on their feet a lot of times.
Assist of the game brought to you by Extreme, the title sponsor of the MPBL 1xBet. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Well, Mark tried to do his best against that alley-oop, but the athletic ability and the height of that pass is perfect for a catch by Kalisaan.
8 out of 9 shooting from the field for Imus. 7 of 9 naman para dito sa San Juan.
Caspe so far has been perfect from the field. 3 out of 3.
And again, going back to Kalisaan and Dexter Marquez. As we see Caspe now in double figures, 10 points. Make that 11, 4 of 5 shooting from the field. With Kalisaan and Marquez, we don't normally see them really put the ball on the floor. Most of their makes come off those passes, no, from the guards, particularly from Orlan Wamar, who's done a great job of setting them up. Here he takes a free off the side of the backboard. AC Soberano, his first appearance. At niya muna si Craniel Viloria. (49-39). Caspe, punta sila sa poste. Akuno, labas kay Belencion, pupukol ng tres ulit. Left it short. A minute and 39 left here in the second period. We have a timeout by the San Juan Knights as they try to play catch up. We'll pause for a break. We'll be back after this.
Para sa 100% pag-unlad, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100% pagbabago, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100% paglilingkod, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100% Pinas,
50 tayo! 50 si MB! Kahati mo, si Manny!
Special deal from OneXBet. Scan the QR code. Claim your special offer. 10 pa rin ang lamang ng Imus. But Orlan Omar has begun his playmaking prowess here. Of course, Joe Ramos, Emer Oreta, and Rudy Distrito, our VIPs here. Sa bandal, nakapasok lang nito ni AC Soberano.
Oh man.
Ito yung sinasabi ko, no? Galing sa pasa lagi eh, but that time around, sablay lang yung tira doon ni Dexter Marquez. Nakaagaw na naman ang San Juan. Another fast break opportunity, Marquez! Oh!
Baby, that shot.
Yeah.
They're gonna make him pay.
Caspe does not make it work. They get the ball back. Another steal though by the Knights. Blocking foul will be called against Jed Ong.
You saw those blue-shirted guys who were first in the open floor. It's Calisan and Marquez. Grabe yung bilis rin talaga nito eh, no?
61 seconds remaining. So penalty na ang magkabilang kupunan. Calisaan at the line. Arvin Gamboa will replace Dexter Marquez. Mike Calisaan has been the best player of the game for the last, I think, 4 or 5 games already.
Ibang klase naman kasi talaga si Calisaan eh. 8 of 12 in their last game from the field. 11 rebounds, 19 points. Man.
And he's been doing it in an efficient manner. Not a lot of wasted movement.
Right. You're not commanding for the ball, huh?
Oo, hindi humihingi ng bola yan.
Oh, in the flow, depende sa reads. Oh, wow!
Ito, nakaagaw pa siya dito. Lost control of it. Oh! Almost crossed over to si Rey Acuño. But he lost it eventually.
Sobrang bilis niya, mas mabilis pa siya sa bola.
Imus Brotherhood will call for time. Their lead has been trimmed down to 9, 49-40.
Para sa atlitang Pilipino.
Para sa kabataang Pilipino.
Para sa kababaihan, para sa pamilyang Pilipino.
Para sa kinabukasan.
At ito po ang MPBL Party List number 77 sa balota.
Back with us here inside the Pasay Astrodome kung saan magkatunggali ang Imus led by Mark Doligon. He's leading his team in scoring and they are taking on San Juan. Our Gixxer fans of the game, born for greatness.
That's the mom of Ryusei Koga. That's Miss Ivy Heralao.
Yan, magandang hapon po. Actually, magandang gabi na po.
Oh, good
Sa
evening.
inyong lahat.
Miss Ivy, we used to be one of the parents of San Beda Alabang, the younger brother of Ryusei Koga. Lindsay, if I recall correctly, is one of the really good guards.
Shot clock winding down sa Imus. Kalisaan, nakaagaw na naman. Offensive foul will be called against Kint Ariar.
And really just staying active here in the final possessions. And Coach Britt Ruma is not at all happy with that development, especially as you try and close out quarter strong. Now you're giving up that last possession para dito sa San Juan. And I'm sure they're gonna take the last shot.
Kamboa catches. Both teams in penalty.
All shooters on the floor right now.
Orlan Wamar. Binabantayan ngayon ni Ryusei Koga.
Gonna attack in the final 10.
Wamar peeks at the clock.
There
Now
we go.
asking for that Kalisaan pick. He slips it. Wamar gets past Ariar. Oh, what a gorgeous take to the basket by Orlan Wamar. And the second quarter comes to an end. Orlan Wamar streaming good music here in the second quarter.
And staying steady in that moment. I mean, that drive, Mark Doligon has gone on the corner. Joem Sebandal, pick your poison. And he just let Orlan finish through the rim.
And from a high of 15 points, this lead is now down to 7. 49-42 Imus over San Juan.
Para sa 100% pag-unlad, 50 si Manny. Para sa 100% pagbabago, 50 si Manny. Para sa 100% paglilingkod, 50 si Manny. Para sa 100% Pinas,
50 tayo! 50 si MB! Kahati mo, si Manny!
Back at the Cuneta Astrodome for your Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. My name is Mika Abesamis and right now I am joined by Sir TJ Marquez, the Assistant Manager of the Imus Brotherhood. Magandang hapon. Sir, obviously, this is an impressive start para sa Imus. We are all impressed by the performances of the boys. Pero alam din natin, Coach, Sir, kung gaano kadali makabalik ang team, kagaya ng San Juan. Paano ba natin iingatan to kahit a little more longer?
Simple lang naman. Kung anong ginawa namin ng first half, continue lang ng second half. Contain Wamar kasi masyado siyang talagang quick, magaling magpasa. So, konting ang hingin namin sa kanila ngayon is konti pang push. Dikit sa kalaban, more. Kasi yun nga, I mean, this is San Juan, 7-0. So, hopefully kami makakuha ng 1 loss nila tonight.
Yan nga din ang sabi ni Coach Britt kanina. At saka sabi rin nila sa akin na kailangan niya ng collective effort galing sa Bigs, Kasi lalo na pag kalaban mo si Maikes at Kalisaan. Impressed ba naman kayo so far sa performances sila Ariar?
Yes. Same pa rin naman. Kaya lang sabi nga sa kanya, wala tayong center si Kaunan. Medyo may masakit ang panya. So talagang team effort talaga ngayon. From rebound to assist to score, talagang hati-hati. Walang bibitaw hanggang dulo.
Best of luck, Coach. Meron ka mga gustong batiin at pasalamatan?
Of course, Grumpy Joe for supporting us. Yung bagong uniform namin, PRM, Cavite siya. And all to the Imus, wait lang kasi schedule namin sa home. Thank you.
Very exciting, Magkakaroon na pala ng home game ang Imus Brotherhood. Once again, Sir TJ Marquez, the Assistant Manager of the Imus Brotherhood. Magbabalik po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.
Ang hirap ng buhay na pinagdaanan ko, ayaw kong madaanan ng bawat pamilyang Pilipino. Kaya I hope na ang ating bansa umunlad, magkaisa tayo, ipagdasal natin ang ating mga leader dahil walang imposible sa Panginoon pag tayo ay nagdarasal. Nung ako ay naupong senador, hindi ko po talaga kinompromise yung posisyon ko kasi yung commitment ko sa taong bayan, manatiling commitment ko sa kanila habang ako'y pinagkakatiwalaan at nagsiservisyo sa gobyerno.
Masakit lang isipin, Mr. President, na ang programa na para sa mga mahihirap, tapos may mga tao na kumokontra. Kasi pagka maganda yung ginagawa para sa mga mahihirap, dahil kalaban ka, kukontrahin ka. Nakakabuti naman sa taong bayan. Pagkakalaban ka, ganun. Kaya walang progreso, walang kaunlaran ang bansa natin dahil after ng administrasyon ng isang leader, pag mapalitan siya, hindi ipagpatuloy yung programa niya na maganda para sa taong bayan. Pagkatapos naman ng isa, yung magandang programa niya, mahinto na naman, ibang programa na naman. Bakit hindi natin suportahan? Kahit na ba, ang isang politiko, ang puso para talaga sa taong bayan o tumulong, kung maganda yung programa, dapat suportahan na lang. Ang problema, laging hindi maganda, laging hindi maganda, laging hindi maganda. Lahat ba yung mga programa ng mga nakaraang leaders ay hindi maganda? Pagdating sa mga mahihirap, nasasaktan ako pagka binabati ko yung mga programa para sa kanila. Diyan ako galing sa pagiging mahirap. Yung walang makain sa isang araw. Naranasan ko yun. Kaya ako, anumang narating ko, anumang pera, anong halaga ang nakamtan ko sa buhay, hindi mahalaga para sa akin yan. Ang importante, makatulong ako sa taong bayan, makatulong ako sa kapwa ko. We came to this world naked, and we will depart alone and naked. Wala tayong madalala. Iiwanan natin lahat yan. Ipaglalaban ko ang karapatan ng mga mahirap na tao.
Atin itong bansa, gusto ko po na tayong lahat nagtutulungan para umunlad ang ating bansa, para umasinso ang bawat Pilipino. Mga kababayan ko, mga nagsisilbi
sa 100% pag-unlad. 50 si Manny. Para sa 100% pagbabago. 50 si Manny. Para sa 100% paglilingkod. 50 si Manny. Candy Pacquiao. Para sa 100% Pinas.
50 tayo! 50 si MB! Kahati mo, si Manny!
At the half, Imus 49-42 naman para dito sa San Juan. 7-point lead for the Brotherhood after 2 quarters. And Imus has been in the driver's seat for almost the entirety of this contest. San Juan never led. And the good start here by Imus, and they were able to sustain it, Coach Mike. Although, biggest lead nila was at 15 na ibaba ng San Juan to 7 here.
Well, a lot of it has to do with yung points of turnovers na nakuhaan itong Imus, apart from yung really good 3-point shooting, which really led them to having this lead, leading by as much as 15 in the first half. Pero bumawi rin naman itong San Juan with inside points in the paint. There are +6 in that department. So while a lot of the points have come from threes, para dito sa Imus, San Juan has really focused on perimeter and paint scoring.
And Orlando Mamar came off the bench and in the second quarter provided that impact that San Juan desperately needed. For Imus, Mark Doligon, 11 of his 15 points coming in the first quarter. JJ Caspe with 11 of his own, 8 points galing kay JP Bilenchon at 5 puntos naman ang pinakawalan ni Errol Soriano. Sa palig ng San Juan, Mike Calisaan with 10. Mike Kes and John Galinato each with 8. Orlando Mamar with 6 points but does have 7 assists. And Imus trying to arrest their 2 games losing skid, while San Juan gusto nilang manatiling walang talo dito, gunning for their 7th straight victory. First possession goes to Imus to start the third quarter. Mark Doligon, JJ Caspe, Kint Aguiar, Reggie Boy Basibas, and JP Belenchon, the 5 on the floor. Oh, great find. Caspe setting up Reggie Boy Basibas.
Nginingiti ang pa ni Orlando Mamar habang pumaposte si Caspe kanina. Siguro alam niya na, okay, dito sa puntong to, feeling mo may advantage ka, pero hindi ka lulusot kasi may mga help akong malalaki galing sa kabila.
Calisaan with his 4th rebound scores his 12th point.
That really is what makes him so special. The chase for long rebounds. Doesn't mind it. Masipag talaga eh. Ito ulit.
This time, cross-court pass. Belenchon drills a free.
And the really good 3-point shooting continues here for Imus Brotherhood, and you gotta defend a little bit better on the weak side, understanding that pass on the weak side of the floor coming off the post.
JJ Caspe blocks Orlando Mamar from behind, but nasupalpal din doon si Mark Doligon. Soberano steps in for a free automatic.
But that's definitely one thing that the Knights have missed a lot from AC Soberano. He's the top 3-point maker from last season, and so far, you know, I'd like to see him get into a flow.
3 of 11 shooting from beyond the arc. Itong San Juan, 6 out of 9 naman. Itong Imus, turnaround shot of Caspe does not go. Soberano from the other side. Oh, yes!
Yeah. Let's not forget a guy called AC Soberano from the Knights who can hurt you from 3.
This is the closest that San Juan has gone to. 4 points separating them and Imus. Mamar called for that foul as Caspe tried to attack.
He's now 100% in this game from 3s. And he's being set up by his teammates. Look at this little 1-2 step, stepping into that 3 from the wing. You know, that shot really flowing in twice already. 2 out of 2.
That 3-point shot, Gote Extreme, your one-stop shop appliances.
The previous to that is only 21%, Ken. So, kumpiyansa, ika nga.
Natakbo dito San Juan. Alforque is in. Pinaltan niya muna si Orlan Mamar. He committed a foul earlier. Panganiban, sablay yung kanyang dress. Nakuha ni Belenchon yung bola. Orlan Mamar has a think he has 3 fouls. 3 fouls na siya, kaya siya pinagpahinga muna dito.
Right.
7.5 to go. With Aryar. Kalisaan call for that foul. Aryar will shoot to the line. So far, Imus has only missed 1 shot from that distance, 10 out of 11. LGR is the official outfitter of the MPBL.
And this is a team, itong Imus Brotherhood, that the Knights cannot take very lightly because you have very mobile players that can actually score on the dribble, on pull-ups, really good on the free throw. So you gotta be mindful of these things.
55-50, Imus up by 5. San Juan has not led in this game. Gamboa attacking the defense of Reggie Boy Basibas.
Yeah, nakita mo si Gamboa, umaatake na sa loob ng paint. Pero mind you, in their previous game against Rizal, he was hitting shots from the outside.
Gamboa. First shot is good. Now a chance to make this a single possession ball game. That's how quick San Juan has come back. Trailed by 15 earlier. Lead down to 3.
Tsaka yung the effort by which they came back. Hindi yung diin eh. Nararamdaman mo na talagang within the flow, really just trusting their system, in as much as Coach Britt has done the same to give them that 15-point lead earlier.
Valencion, with a little bit of daylight, comes away with that long 2-pointer.
Hottest hand from 3 for Imus.
Now has 13 points. Gamboa puts the ball on the floor. Alforte medyo off timing doon. Binalik muna kay Arvin Gamboa. Laban kay JJ Caspe. Trying to power up. Good stand on defense by Caspe. Rebound Basibas.
Wala masyadong lift dun sa tira na yan ni Arvin. He muffed that one. That is within his range. Should have made that shot.
Toligon. Laban kay Nico Panganiban. Release pass to Kid Aryar.
JP.
Valencion, extra feed. Caspe. One-hander. Did not hit the rim. There's a shot clock violation against Imus.
Eagle eye by official Jay Castroverde. That was a good one.
57-52, 5 puntos ang lamang ng Imus. Alforte magtitimon para dito sa San Juan. Kalisaan, bigay kay Soberano. I love that set, no?
Yeah. That side spin action. That time around setting up a back pick for Kalisaan to try and give him a shuffle cut going to the weak side post. And, ganda tingnan because you've got Kalisaan who's very willing to move on his feet.
Gamboa binigay kay AC Soberano, binabantayan ni Valencion. AC way off this time.
Heat check. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
More than 4 minutes gone by. Ano to very efficient 3-point shooter.
Oh,
I think last season he was over 50%.
Yes.
That's out of this world. Normally, mga 40% kontento ka na
Right?
Pero siya, grabe, more than half of his threes. Although this season has been a different story. Meanwhile, pinakita niya tao. Yung 2 points lang pero may kasama pang foul.
Dahan-dahan binasa niya yung sitwasyon. May tira ba ako? Wala. Parating si Panganiban sa kabila. Subukan natin. Pag wala, dito tayo sa isa. Akin na yan.
Scoring all 8 of his points in this quarter. In fact, late in the second quarter na nga lang pinasok to si AC.
Tsaka his points come in threes. Be it the usual 3-point make or the old-fashioned way of 2+1.
Ito, 2 puntos na lang lamang ng Imus. How will they respond here? Valencion, binigay kay Doligon. Yet to score here in the third. Caspe draws
Oh,
contact,
man.
counted, plus a foul.
Ibang klase talaga JJ Caspe. Quick decision making right there. Heard the whistle and threw it up. No way AC was gonna be able to defend that. First, he was late, and second, nakalipad na eh.
JJ Caspe buries the free throw. Lead back up to 5. Looks like Imus will go with a 2-3 zone. Gamboa. Oh, Caspe foiling that one. Gamboa relentless. Gets the basket. And a free throw to boot.
Oh man. You love that shot make if you're San Juan, but boy, that stop by JJ Caspe.
It was Aryar called for that foul.
And he had to earn it, huh?
Yeah.
Arvin Gamboa, that wasn't an easy one. He tried to recover after that good block by Caspe to control and step it back in.
Sabay lang yung free throw niya. 60-57, Imus remains in the driver's seat. But San Juan threatening here. Kit Aryar gives it up to Mark Doligon against Nico Panganiban. Now Gamboa enjoying that double team. Oh, and forcing a turnover. Gamboa sidestep. No, he traveled. Yeah.
Travel na yun.
Magaling siya sa ganyan, yung mga malalaking sidestep. Remember, he did that against Cebu in Nueva Ecija, in Palayan City. Ayun. 3 step naman nga. Hindi 0 step yung una eh. Sa poste, Doligon, fading away, left it short.
Ball's loose.
Nakuha ni Belenchon. Caspe hiningi yung bola. 8 seconds na lang sa alas shot clock. JJ. From way downtown. That's the second time he's hit that three from long range.
He's 2 out of 2 from way out. In that range. You'd like to think he doesn't have that range. Pero ginugula tayo nito.
Oo.
Ibang klase bitaw nun.
Ito rin naman.
Oo.
Hindi pa pauli. 12 points all in this quarter for AC.
They've had 12 three-pointers made so far, 11 or 12 right now, and this has been a pretty good shootout here in the second half, or the third quarter rather.
You see the shooting numbers from beyond the arc. 63.6% for Imus. 50% naman para San Juan. Face-up jumper, good from Kint Aryar.
And Coach Britt Reruma and the rest of the Imus Brotherhood really making a good account of themselves in this game against, nobody's ever beaten San Juan yet.
Aryar with a running start. Slams on the bricks. They had the numbers momentarily.
Would you be surprised if he takes it from here?
Ito, natin ha. Caspe. Now against Panganiban. Entry pass to Aryar. Foul given up by Royce Alforque.
Itong kombinasyon ng 5 na ito na nasa floor para sa Imus is very similar to how, the prowess on the side of the Knights have been. Scorers outside and moves a lot on their feet. JP, JJ, Mark, and Kint. Right now you got Ryusei Koga introduced in the lineup.
Belenchon against Panganiban. Gets it back from Kint Aryar. 5 seconds left. Caspe again. That one rattles out.
Halfway in though. Got a good line.
Wamar, kakapasok lang. Free throw line jumper. Left it short. Caspe grabs his 5th rebound.
Clearly this third quarter, Orlan Wamar being more offensive minded, having 3 attempts already.
Ayar against Marquez. Dexter called for that foul.
And Marquez really trying to push away farther from the post itong si Kent Ariar. Because he's pretty much within that range. If you talk about Kent, that close.
San Juan penalty na dito ah. Ayar will troop to the line. Nathan comes in for Kalisaan. Ayar 2 free throws. John Galinato will also troop in. He will replace Nico Panganiban. Special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. Pasok yung unang free throw ni Kent Ariar. Second one trickles in. 67-60. So Imus able to recover. Balik sa pito yung lamang. Naibaba na ng San Juan yan to only 2 points.
Little 1-2-2 here.
Orlan Wamar.
Shifted to man.
Now it's Belenchon trying to keep in step with Orlan. Bounce pass. Oh, the block by Kent Ariar. But the recovery there by Orlan Wamar, who gets fouled.
At some point, kailangan talagang umatake na at pumunta si Orlan Wamar. He cannot afford to just keep on, deferring to his teammates. They're gonna need his scoring threat in order to move the defense of Imus, because otherwise, every time that he drives, they're just gonna keep locating open guys outside or cutters.
Orlan Wamar. Sablay yung unang free throw. His first miss at the line. 4 out of 5 today.
Yan na naman si Sen. Umiiling pagka free throw miss lang na San Juan.
Ayaw niya yung naglilintis sa free throw. Ayun, 2 mintis.
Oh, and there you go. You see him again.
And that's a guy who's shooting 81% from the line. Ito si Orlan Wamar.
Yeah.
Caspe has the size advantage over Orlan Wamar. Nilabas muna kay JP Belenchon.
5.
Got that winding down. Belenchon fades away. Oh my goodness.
Oh my God. The range of the 3-pointers we've seen from the Imus Brotherhood. They look more snipers tonight.
Pero alam mo, dapat di daw nagugulat eh. Gawain ni JP yan.
Oo, pero
tagal na niyang ginagawa yan, coach.
Oo naman, pero makatatlo naman din sa game. Lalayo ng tira eh, di ba? I mean, you're not surprised that he took it. It's the volume of far-out threes that the Brotherhoods have made so far this game.
Caspe, pinopostehan ngayon si AC Soberano. The shimmy. Oh, putting him to school. JJ Caspe, like a ghost.
Oh, and where do you go if you're the San Juan Knights? They're hitting you from the outside with really good threes. This time around, you've got JJ posting up. Oh, drop step, fake off, floater with the right hand going middle.
We have the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game. Win 1xBet. Lamang ang Imus. It's up to 12, 72-60.
Para sa 100% pag-unlad, 50 si Manny. Para sa 100% pagbabago, 50 si Manny. Para sa 100% paglilingkod, 50 si Manny. Para sa 100% Pinas,
50 tayo! 50 si MB! Kahati mo, si Manny!
It's a 19-0 run by the Brotherhood as we see JJ Caspe tonight. 19 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. Hit 2 threes all the way from Calapal, Mindoro.
Logo threes eh, no? Ibang klase. Ikaw pa naglalaro ka, tumitira ka ng ganyan kalayo. Alam ko shooter ka eh.
Let's not talk about that, Coach.
Pero alam ko tumitira ka sa labas eh.
Kasi Coach Christian yan. Nagawa niya yan. Lalo sa liga nila ngayon.
Si Busidel.
Oo, isa pa yun. Ito, time winding down. Turnover by San Juan. Doligon puts it up. Masyadong matulis. Third quarter comes to an end. And a 9-0 run to finish off this quarter for Imus, holding San Juan scoreless in the last 3.5 minutes. As we check out the highlights of the game, brought to you by Sip Plus, the official hydration partner of the MPBL. Elevate your hydration.
Well, it really started off with JJ Caspe going on the post on the swing three, and San Juan Knights brought in AC Soberano to try and equalize the three-pointers. But JJ Caspe hit a couple from outside with ice in his veins, and AC just keeps coming back, including JP Belenchon, and it's been a three-point shootout this third quarter.
We head into the fourth quarter. Imus protecting this lead, and they're ahead 72-60 over San Juan. Check out this LGR fan outfit of the game. At ang ating mga manonood being treated to a good game between Imus and San Juan. San Juan nakadikit na dito, Coach Mike. It was down to 2 from a high of 15. But Imus finishing strong in the third. You see the quarter scoring 33-20 for Imus agad. Bumawi ang San Juan. They were able to cut the lead to 7. At the half, 22-16 quarter for them. And then here in the third, just when you thought that the Knights would be able to even things out or even take the lead, Imus able to punctuate the quarter with 2 booming triples from JJ Caspe and JP Belenchon.
Yeah, and the San Juan Knights were actually, in my opinion, scheduled for another 20-plus quarter in that game. But in that quarter, but really strong close in that frame by Imus. And you mentioned about it, those booming threes, a couple of them in the latter part towards the end.
Withstanding the 12-point output of AC Soberano in the third quarter. Doligon is joined by Rusey Koga, Errol Soriano, Carlos Sumabat. And also, I think, is it Braga is there? For Imus, as we see that shot from Koga trying to join the party. No good. Sorry, that was Bangeles. Here he is, taking that shot. Nasupal ba ni Orlan mo ba? Yeah, he got the block. So Bangeles getting some minutes here. Pero agad siyang papaltan dito ni Coach Britre Roma. Bangeles moves back out. Played almost a minute. And meron tayong review This was after that shot by Ger Bangeles. Oh, they're checking the shot clock. So it's at 9 seconds. So they put 2 more seconds on the shot clock.
Interesting kung paano sasagutin ito ng San Juan Knights. And for the most part, it's been those couple of threes. Corner exit by Caspe.
JJ. Galing niya mag-draw ng contact
Yeah. Well, at saka fuminish. Kaya siya ang daming beses nasa free throw because every time that he hears that whistle, he goes for a shot attempt. And you're not surprised that he's going to the line a lot of times.
Pasok yung unang free throw ni JJ Caspe. And again, particularly in his last 4 ball games, almost 20 points, 9.3 rebounds, 7 assists, and 2.5 threes. And he's been shooting 41.7% from distance. And it's not really strong suit, Coach Mike, but at least in the last 4 and in this one, pinapakita niya that he's a capable shooter from that deep.
Yeah, and he picks his spots actually. He understands when to take the shot. Orlan Wamar straight on.
Ayun. Orlan Wamar. Alam niyo naman, lista niyo na yan.
Ilang beses mo na na-cover, pero I think this is one of the few times that he goes to a, one dribble, take from 3 on top of the key. And you look to him now to be doing that with a little more regularity, especially as they are down.
Doligon has yet to score in this quarter, or actually in this half. Scoreless here after getting 15 points in the first 2 periods. Marquez pivots. Now goes right at Quintariar. Oh, and Ron Dennison unable to convert.
And right there, Marquez couldn't go to his post move. He wanted that corner guy to clear out. And so after I don't recall who that, I think it was Galinato lifted. That's the only time he started making his post moves.
2 minutes gone by in the 4th. Ron Dennison making up for his miss. That's a long 2.
Retribution right there for Ron Dennison after missing point blank. And that guy is always within range.
Lead back down to 9. Single digits. Caspe. Pull it back out to Belenchon. JJ, same spot, same result. He is blistering here in the second half. 24 points.
The guy is 3 out of 6 from there. It's not the 3 makes, it's the range that he's taking it. Oh man.
Grabe.
How could you not be fascinated with these threes? Look at that. JP had a 3, he faked it, but JJ Caspe just letting it fly and finding the bottom of the net.
Almost getting a steal. Wamar, gustong bawiin yun. He does. Back-to-back threes by Orlan Wamar, who now has 13 points. Picking up the scoring here. Grabe yung three-point shooting na magkabilang kupunan. 50% for Imus, 35 naman para dito sa San Juan.
A total of 16 threes made so far in this game. Oh man. It's just when we were discussing about the threes going down for San Juan Knights in stats, but they're showing off real good in this game.
Baseline inbound. JJ Caspe, the left corner. Belenchon, binabantayan ni Orlan Wamar. Mark Doligon open, wala pa din.
Had a good line though. He was pretty much unchallenged on that spot. He made those shots earlier. Orlan again, another 3.
It's good. Man. Wamar with 3 triples here in the 4th.
Enough of looking for assists, enough of looking for teammates. I'm finding open spots and knocking down threes. That's what Orlan Wamar's been here in the 4th quarter.
Closing in on a double-double, 15 points, 9 assists.
They're not giving them anything easy now, either from outside or on the perimeter.
Poposte si Doligon. Caspe, right corner 3, no! Soriano can't get it. Wamar onto the front court.
He'll stop. And make. Oh my goodness.
Orlan Wamar delivers here in the 4th.
He's 4 out of 4, right? On his last 4 attempts. And he's never hesitated. Down the line, right through the gut. Nobody's checking me. Find this one at the bottom of the net. Nothing but threes, all from Orlan Wamar.
12 of his 18 here in the pivotal period. And San Juan has trimmed the gap to 3, 77-74. Orlan Wamar sizzling here in the fourth. And in the payoff period, this is where he delivers. 18 points, 12 in this quarter, 9 assists, 4 na 3 all here in the period.
Actually, hindi na tayo dapat magulat eh. Orlan Wamar has been pretty much known for making those threes. Everybody's just wondering when that game is gonna come.
San Juan outscoring Imus by 11 here in the fourth quarter as we are under 6 minutes. San Juan has never led.
Oh, that's 4. Oh, that's 5 rather, if that's on my guess. He's done.
Yeah, it is on him. Wow, Dexter Marquez will finish the evening with 8 points, 4 rebounds. Si Mike Calisan, di natin masyadong nakikita. Kakapasok lang niya ulit dito. With 23 minutes.
Pretty silent 5 of 7 shooting for 12 points in this game. Kasi Mike Calisan.
It's been Orlan Wamar who has exploded here in the fourth. Soriano tried to spin baseline. Almost lost it. Belenchon. Time winding down. The shot making has been out of this world in this fourth quarter.
This is the 4th time I'm getting off my seat because of this 3 kid. Ibang klase yun.
Lead back up to 6. Still here by JJ Caspe. Oh man, Imus, how about them? They've been answering every punch thrown at them by the San Juan Knights.
These guys have taken more 3s than 2 in this quarter.
Belenchon, the shimmy.
Ooh.
Kick out. Soriano tries to join the party. Way off on that 3-point attempt. Calisaan. Foul will be called against Errol Soriano on the floor as he tried to prevent that fast break attempt.
Action definitely has picked up this quarter.
The degree of difficulty dito, Coach Mike.
Almost Steph Curry-like. If you remember that previous game of Steph, where he was falling out of bounds on that same side of the floor 3.
Belenchon, 19 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 5 of 6 shooting from beyond the arc. 4:30 left here in the payoff period. Wamar, high arcing 3, way off. Soriano having trouble dealing with Calisaan down low.
The first thing you gotta figure out if you're Imus, once the shot gets hoisted, is nasaan si Calisaan. Kasi humahabol yan ng offensive rebound. So you gotta be mindful of where he is, box him out to prevent another opportunity for another attempt for the Knights.
Soberano also back in for the San Juan Knights. Pugnatan.
AC. Oh, wow!
Great slide inside. Calisaan with 14 points.
And he just draws so much gravity, itong si AC Soberano. I mean, for 2 guys to close out on him on the catch, just pure respect for how much he's connecting from outside and leaving Calisano that short roll in the short corner for the easy bucket.
Under 4 minutes to go here in regulation. Doligon yet to score still in this quarter. But it's been JJ Caspe and JP Belenchon picking up the slack.
Look at that. Couple of guys closing out. That finish.
We have the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. At the post, time winding down. Caspe does not get it to go. Wamar pushing it. Gets past Kent Aryar and lays it up and in.
Halos lahat tumigil nung palapit na siya sa 3 points eh. They thought he was gonna take for the 3. That frozen moment allowed that lane to be open for Orlan Wamar.
19 points for Orlan Wamar. Caspe on the right side against Royce Alforge. Time winding down again for Imus. And got bailed out by that foul given up by Royce Alforque. And they're in penalty. Yun yung mabigat dun.
Right.
JJ Caspe at the line. He's really done a good job, especially in the last 5 games, getting to the line. But left this first one short. Coach Ricky Alcantara, Coach Brit Roma, they've been together for so many years. "24 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 3-pointers, all difficult."
Yeah. And it's gonna matter now how these guys, Imus Brotherhood, are gonna defend against the 3 makes. An important, really good execution for the Knights.
There was a foul called against Imus.
Foul there on that little flex action involving Orlan Wamar.
Last foul to give for the Brotherhood. 81-78. Imus led by as many as 15 points in the first half. San Juan repeatedly has mounted those comeback attempts. Kalisaan, sablay. Hugnatan recovers.
Oh no!
Wamar gets it to go!
Wow. You knew it. That ball was going to go to Orlan Wamar. I mean, offensive rebounding and a kick outside, pretty much how standard you do an offensive rebound. Try to find shooters, and if you got a good one in Orlan, you got to find him and make him.
Only the second deadlock of this ball game. Caspe having trouble. Give and go. JJ inside. Oh, the basket plus a foul.
And JJ Caspe making a good, case for himself, being one of the top guards, 3-way guards, shooting, assisting, rebounding.
Assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Tsaka walang taranta, Ken? I mean, he just comfortably went to that spot, understanding reads and what to do and how to react.
Oh, but those are big misses at the line for JJ Caspe. Leaving the door open for San Juan to take the lead if they hit the 3 here. Under the last 2 minutes, Soberano gets the bounce.
And make the mistake about it, the scorers are taking over here, and they're really challenging how they're gonna be stopped.
AC Soberano, all 14 of his points in the second half, had 12 in the third quarter.
San Juan scoring 21 this quarter against 11 for Imus. Tied game right now.
Caspe guarded by Alforque. 3 seconds remaining. JJ floats one up off the heel. The rebound by Mike Calisan.
Now this is going to be efficient execution now between both these teams. See how each guy defended and how each guy makes attempts. Oh!
Wamar could have had his 10th assist. But Calisaan will have to earn it from the charity stripe.
And you like how Calisaan actually really just traced where that ball is until Orlan Wamar found in that same side of the floor.
I think one of our game officials got injured on the last play. Cornel Tungol, who is limping. Mukhang papaltan siya muna dito ni referee Richard De La Cruz. Or si Tagyam ba to? Si referee
Si
Tagyam.
Tagyam, yes, Tagyam. So Tagyam replaces, gets in action here. Boy, tied game at 83. You knew at a certain point in time we were going to get to this part of the game. Well, at the rate that San Juan and Imus has been playing, just really good back and forth between these two.
Senator Jinggoy pleading for Mike to make his free throw, and he does. First lead for the San Juan Knights.
Well, why not? They've missed 6 free throws so far previous to this one, and so can't afford to miss any more.
Mike Kalisaan with 15 points.
Senjingoy pleading for another made free throw here.
Mike. It rolls out. Oh, but the rebound ends up with Reynel Ugnatan.
Locate shooters.
Wamar, yes!
Oh, no. Well, twice they've done that, Ken. Offensive rebound, fine shooting guy 3. Twice it's Orlan Wamar saying, I got you guys.
Orlan Wamar, 16 of his 22 points. Another big 3. And the lead balloons to 4 for San Juan. And Senator Jenggoy ecstatic on the sidelines. Imus calls for time. We'll pause for a break.
Para sa 100% pag-unlad, para sa 100% pagbabago, para sa 100% paglilingkod, para sa 100% Pinas.
50 tayo! 50 si MB! Kahati mo, si Manny!
How about Orlan Wamar exploding here in the fourth quarter? 19 of his 25 points in the payoff period.
And just, the firepower from the outside. Oh, no!
Good shot, but can't convert. That was a good set off that timeout.
Yeah. They're trying to get to as much as possible, a 3-4-1 towards the end of the quarter and giving themselves more chances for attempts, speaking of Imus. That's why that early shot.
No need to foul if you're the Brotherhood. Wamar has hit 5 threes in this quarter. Now decides to attack. Draws a foul against Reggie Boy Basibas.
And that right there is pure experience by Orlan Wamar, understanding game situations. Both teams already in penalty. I've made a couple of threes a while ago. And so these guys are going to pick me up pretty high. And if they do, I'm going to crash inside and try to penetrate.
A forgettable evening for Basibas. He fouls out in only 7 minutes. How about Orlan Wamar here? Look at those numbers. Hits the first free throw. Boy, him and JJ Caspe went tit for tat.
Oh, mano-i-mano, in the second half, especially here in the fourth.
Pasok ulit yung pangalawa ni Orlan Wamar. And Imus will burn another timeout with 40 seconds remaining.
And yeah, I think chances are Coach Britt is gonna want to make an attempt by the 30-second mark, and so they get a 2-for-1 situation and hope that they defend real well that middle possession before they go the last attempt.
Alright, so Dogs, labas ka dito. Ito yung crucial dyan, ha. Baka makuha mo sa flare to, Cap, Jay, si Cap dito. Okay, pag wala, Kint, eto ka. Now, pag nakuha mo yan, Carlos, pag nakuha mo dito, Carlos, pwede mo na. Pag na-convert natin, choke na tayo. Quick double, ha. Go, see.
Okay. Magka-rebound, hawak! Disiplina!
Well, I like how both coaches are very clear, and even you hear Kalisan saying disiplina. I mean, meron tayong sistema, pero kailangan sumunod tayo dyan.
San Juan outscoring Imus in the fourth, 29-11.
lowest quarter so far for Imus. But more importantly, this execution right here.
Doligon did not score here in the second half.
Gotta
JJ
score real
Caspe
quick. Gotta score real quick.
facing a double team, in trouble. Release pass to Belenchon. They will run out of shot clock here.
They had a 2-for-1 situation. They advanced the ball. They have 14. Wow.
San Juan will call for time with 26 seconds remaining. They'll return after this break.
Para sa atletang Pilipino.
Para sa kabataang Pilipino.
Para sa kababaihan, para sa pamilyang Pilipino.
Para sa kinabukasan.
At ito po ang MPBL Party List number 77 sa balota.
Commissioner Kenneth Renes with Sir Ron Monsayak, Rudy Distrito, Emer Oreta, and Sergio Ramos. And the VIPs lined up here. And they saw Orlan Womar explode here in the fourth quarter.
Zach Wang.
Isa sa mga namimiss nila, no?
Oo, isa na yan sa mga mabibigat na piyesa para dito sa San Juan Knights. Lalo na at the rate that Kalisan is playing, an additional Zach Wang would be more added depth para dito sa Knights. Quick foul.
Yup, Imus need to foul here. Womar dribbling down the court here.
This is pretty much over.
Monty na magpa-foul dito ang Imus. And a valiant effort by them. They were ahead by as many as 15 points. And they even led coming in to the fourth quarter by 12. But San Juan showing their championship medal and led by the longtime San Juan Knight, the OG Orlan Womar.
Agree. And the OG Orlan Womar goes back to who he is. I mean, the shooting guard, we talked about the stop at the coverage na point guard ang primarily role niya, but right now he's gone back to points guard and rightfully so.
Best player of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Ito, wala namang duda siguro dito, Coach Mike.
Single-digit production in the first half, only to end up with 28 big ones in this huge win for the Knights.
Exploding for 22 points in the payoff period. And San Juan, their streak continues. 7 straight wins without a loss as they win this one over Imus 89-83. Unfortunately for the Brotherhood, they suffer their 3rd straight loss and they had their chances here, leading by 12. Let's turn you over to Mika Abisamis.
Maraming salamat. Kasama ko ngayon our league leader in assists, 3-point champion at career high pa niya ngayong gabi, 28 points, Orlan Womar Jr. Orlan, tumataginting na 22 points ka nung fourth quarter. Gusto ko lang malaman, parte ba ng plano ni Coach Alex na ikaw talagang mag-take over sa fourth or sariling diskarte mo lang yun?
Coming from sa second half, kinausap nila ako na kailangan ko ma-involve sa offense, hindi lang puro pasa. So, salamat sa Diyos, yung shots ko, tumatama naman.
Orlan, pangarap ng lahat ng team yung ginawa ng Imus sa inyo kagabi, no? Lamangan kayo o kung hindi man dumikit. Ang tanong ko, kumusta itong naging challenge na makalaban sila?
Credit dun sa Imus, no? Binigyan kami ng magandang laban. So, sa team, marami pa talaga kaming kailangan gawin kasi bagong sistema, bagong coaches. So, laking tulong sa amin kasi makapag-adjust kami sa papunta sa mahabang liga. Tapos alam namin may target kami sa likod namin. So, lahat ng team gusto kami talunin. So, kailangan lang namin mag-prepare ng gusto para ready kami lagi.
Appreciate your humble answer, Orlan. Meron ka ba mga gustong batiin at pasalamatan?
Pinapasalamatan ko si Senator Jingo Estrada na wala sa sumusuporta sa amin. Boss Monching Talisayon, Boss James Go, Boss Dennis Abella, Go for Gold, BFF Party List, 669 Pong Bar, Abella Industries, 1914 Athletics, JSU Imus, Boss Nolet Ataysa. Binabati ko yung parents ko sa Bohol ngayon, si papa ko, mama ko, yung kapatid ko, yung sila tito, nasa Mindoro ngayon, Team Takas. Binabati ko yung girlfriend ko na nanonood ngayon, na wala sa sumusuporta. Binabati ko rin si Ma'am Berna na happy birthday. Si Lolo Boy, Lola Belen, tsaka yung mga Boss Julius, yung mga kaibigan at pamilya ko sa Cebu.
Maraming salamat once again, Orlan Wamar Jr. This best player of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Ken and Coach Mike.
Orlan Wamar, and up next, this is gonna be an intriguing matchup between Basilan and Pasay dito sa Pasay Astrodome. And San Juan moving to 7-0. Kaya tutok lang kayo dito sa Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino.
Ang hirap ng buhay na pinagdaanan ko, ayaw kong madaanan ng bawat pamilyang Pilipino. Kaya I hope na ang ating bansa umunlad, magkaisa tayo, ipagdasal natin ang ating mga leader dahil walang imposible sa Panginoon pag tayo ay nagdarasal. Nung ako ay naupong senador, hindi ko po talaga kinompromise yung posisyon ko kasi yung commitment ko sa taong bayan, manatiling commitment ko sa kanila habang ako'y pinagkakatiwalaan at nagsiservisyo sa gobyerno.
Masakit lang isipin, Mr. President, na ang programa na para sa mga mahihirap, tapos may mga tao na kumokontra. Kasi pagka maganda yung ginagawa para sa mga mahihirap, dahil kalaban ka, kukontrahin ka. Nakakabuti naman sa taong bayan. Pagkakalaban ka, ganun. Kaya walang progreso, walang kaunlaran ang bansa natin dahil after ng administrasyon ng isang leader, pag mapalitan siya, hindi pagpatuloy yung programa niya na maganda para sa taong bayan. Pagkatapos naman ng isa, yung magandang programa niya, mahinto na naman, ibang programa na naman. Bakit hindi natin suportahan? Kahit na ba, ang isang politiko, ang puso para talaga sa taong bayan o tumulong, kung maganda yung programa, dapat suportahan na lang. Ang problema, laging hindi maganda, laging hindi maganda, laging hindi maganda. Lahat ba yung mga programa ng mga nakaraang leaders ay hindi maganda? Pagdating sa mga mahihirap, nasasaktan ako pagka binabati ko yung mga programa para sa kanila. Diyan ako galing sa pagiging mahirap. Yung walang makain sa isang araw. Naranasan ko yun. Kaya ako, anumang narating ko, anumang pera, anong halaga ang nakamtan ko sa buhay, hindi mahalaga para sa akin yan. Ang importante, makatulong ako sa taong bayan, makatulong ako sa kapwa ko. We came to this world naked, and we will depart alone and naked. Wala tayong madalala. Iiwanan natin lahat yan. Ipaglalaban ko ang karapatan ng mga mahirap na tao.
Atin itong bansa, gusto ko po na tayong lahat nagtutulungan para umunlad ang ating bansa, para umasinso ang bawat Pilipino. Mga kababayan ko, mga nagsiservisyo,